You ready? I've been ready. What are we waiting for? The boy is mine.
Grizz Nation, don't foul out on dinner plans. Hit Sticks Express in downtown Memphis instead. Fresh hibachi, steak, shrimp, sushi tacos, and yes, our legendary sake slushy to keep things cool. Order online with code STIX901, STIX 901, and knock 10% off your tab. It's the perfect pick and roll for game night. Sticks Express, fast, fresh, always a slam dunk. And hey, come see us at our Collierville location too.
From the Built Ford Tough studio at FedEx Forum, it's the Gary Parrish Show, presented by Ortho South, on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app. Now, here's your host, Gary Parrish.
What's up, y'all? Welcome into the Gary Parrish Show here on Grind City Media. I'm Lane Whitaker, sitting in on my final day for Gary Parrish. When GP gets back from fall break, I suppose. I'm sitting in with Bennett and Kyra. We got a special guest with us today. Jessica Benson's coming in, but we're going to talk college football. It's a big college football weekend, Bennett. You got your speech ready?
Yes, I do. I don't know if it's much of a speech, but
what's it?
I'm ready.
Motivational?
Yeah, that's right.
Bennett's going to get the Tigers fired up for UAB, the Battle of the Bones. A couple other big games this weekend. My Georgia Bulldogs taking on Ole Miss, the Land Sharks. Other things to talk about. Kurt Signetti signed a big deal. We'll figure out what all that means. And the Holy War happens tomorrow night in Utah. Jessica Benson will join us. We'll talk some more college football stuff with her. We'll talk about her USC Trojans. We'll talk about the Grizzlies, who are at it tonight in Miami, back in action for the final game of the preseason against the equally winless Miami Heat. And then we'll talk MLB playoffs. Last night's Thursday night football game, which was kind of surprising. Ballin on Beale was happening last night down here on Beale Street. It looked crazy. And then we'll finish out talking about Bennett's one of his favorite bands of all time, Kiss. Ace Frehley passed away. So we'll discuss his legacy. But Bennett, I brought in a guest today.
Yes.
Because last Saturday I went to an event. It was a political thing. And everybody was there taking photos with their phones, right? Like, that's the world we live in now. Everyone just takes photos with their phones all the time. And I was standing there, and a guy comes in front of me and pulls out a clipboard, paper, and a pencil and starts drawing what everyone was taking photos of. And I was like, oh, well, what is this? And I stood behind him. He didn't know I was standing there. I stood behind him for 15, 20 minutes, and I'm watching him draw, and I'm like, wow, this is incredible. Like, this looks like what everyone's taking photos of. So I went up to him and I was like, hey, I introduced myself. And I was like, can I buy this picture from you? Because I'd rather support a local artist and own something that's original and unique and different than just a photo from my phone. And he said yes. And that's how we end up with JQ Smith is in studio today. He's sitting here
Look
drawing.
at that.
He started that way.
Look at that. We're going to have to give Gary that. That's good.
The Gary Parrish portrait. But JQ Smith... JQ, get on the mic for a second. And just you're from Memphis.
Yeah, South Memphis.
You said you consider yourself an illustrator.
Yeah, I'm an illustrator. I've been doing live art for almost 20 years.
And you just go around and to events and
Sketch everybody.
Where did you learn like art was kind of your thing?
Art was my thing when I started in high school, really.
Really?
I went to Whitehaven High School, and I was an AP art student. I was an AP art student in 10th grade, and I've been drawing ever since. Really, I started drawing when I was 3.
I was gonna say, when you were a kid, you must have started like just sketching, drawing.
I was sketching like SpongeBob.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I went from SpongeBob to drawing people.
Okay.
So I just matured through time, and I took my skills to the next level when I graduated high school. And
yeah,
I love drawing people. I love capturing the moment. It's something I like to do.
And so now this is kind of your thing. You just go around and.
So I made it a company, actually.
Yeah.
My company is called 4799 Artmobile.
Yeah.
And it's about bringing live art to you.
Yeah.
I bring you the museum right at that moment, right at that time. And that's what I like to do. I like to capture people expressions. I like to capture life.
Yeah.
And I be on that. That's what I'm on.
So I asked JQ to just come hang out today, Bennett.
Yep.
And sit in. He's gonna draw what he sees, draw what's happening here. He started drawing GP about 10 minutes ago, and
He's out of here.
and it looks pretty darn good. So JQ's gonna hang out with us today.
And JQ, somebody in the chat was asking, you got a social media handle? You on?
Yeah. So follow me at 4799ville. That's at 4799 VILLEE. 4799.
Two L's, 2 E's. Yeah, it's on Instagram.
Double.
We'll put it in the chat. Kyra, thank you. And
Do a new one.
I don't know if it'll let me put it in the chat, but somebody can.
Okay.
We'll get it in the chat. Let me try to put it in the chat.
Yeah, I have 2 Instagrams. One is 4799ville. The other one is the Daily Sketch 901.
Daily Sketch 901.
There we go. We got it in there. Good stuff.
So you can follow him on IG and see where you put on there where you're going to be, right? Like different, because he pops up at restaurants. Like I said, I just ran into him Saturday, and I love stories like that when you just run into somebody who you don't know, who you've never met, and you kind of see what happens. And like, let me see that one. Like, we got a GP drawing now. We'll leave
that's we're hanging that up.
Yeah, we're gonna leave that
that's
for
going
GP.
up. Yep, absolutely.
Thanks.
So let's start by talking about college football, because there's a big weekend coming up.
Yep.
And I guess the big game for us locally here is the Battle of the Bones. The Memphis Tigers are taking on UAB. UAB is terrible. There's 133 teams in college football, Bennett. UAB is ranked 130. There's 136 Division I teams. UAB is 133rd defensively. They are terrible against the pass, terrible against the run. Memphis is undefeated. And Memphis is favored by, I believe, 17.5 in this game.
That would make sense. UABL, there's the trophy right there, the bones. I love it. I love the Battle of the Bones. Ricardo, can you throw that up again real quick? I love the Battle for the Bones. That's the best trophy in all of college football. Look at the ribs. Believe it or not, UAB actually leads the series 10-7.
Why is UAB involved in the Battle of the Bones? Like, is Alabama known for their beef ribs or pork ribs?
You know, I'll have to do some.
Shouldn't that be like a Kansas school or somebody?
Well, I mean,
North Carolina?
you play who you play. You know, it's we don't get to choose.
My grandfather's from Birmingham, and they're famous for iron. They make like minerals and iron and stuff.
It's an iron trophy, so yeah.
Is it?
Yeah, I believe so. Okay, Tigers won the last 3. UAB leads the series 10-7. Like you said, this version of UAB is terrible. Why they fired their coach last week, Trent Dilfer, which honestly, I'm surprised it lasted this long because it's been bad for a long time. So he got fired. Alex Mortensen, who's the son of the late Chris Mortensen.
Oh, is it? Really?
Yeah, he's their interim coach right now, but they're giving up 41 points a game. They are one of the worst teams in college football, at least as far as defense goes. When
I was a kid, just quick aside, growing up in Atlanta, reading the newspaper, reading the newspaper is how I kind of saw that, like, I could be a writer, I could do that.
Yep.
Chris Mortensen was the Atlanta Falcons beat writer when I was a little kid, and I used to read his stuff.
I think I knew that.
And I was like, oh man, this guy's really good. Then he becomes like one of the NFL insiders on ESPN. But so how do you feel about, we think Memphis is going to win, right? Like, there's no question.
Okay, here's the thing. Like, you can't let up this week. This is this is one of those trap games, okay?
Yes.
Because we've seen this before in college football. And Kyra, if you don't mind zooming down right here, I've got an image that I want to show everybody right here in front of me. If you can get the camera on it, it is basically that. Yeah, you see that right there?
What is that?
That is a pack of tigers hunting a dragon. That is a pack of tigers hunting a dragon. Okay?
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
It's 2 tigers.
That's a pack. That counts as a pack. That is a pack of tigers hunting a UAB Blazer dragon, and I think it's dead. It's laying down on the table. They've already killed the dragon.
It's a pretty small dragon. Let's be honest.
They've already killed the dragon.
They slayed the dragon.
They're taking their bones trophy back home. I mean, we already have it, but we're gonna bring it down there, and then we'll just come back home with it. So we're gonna take our trophy back home, and we can't let up, because here's the thing. You've seen this before. Rallying around. It's a bad situation at UAB. Rallying around the interim coach. We can't let that happen. We've got to come out. We've got to run the ball on first down. We got to run the ball on second down. We got to run the ball on third down. Chunk yardage, opening drive, a pack of tigers together. Slay the dragon. Slay the dragon this weekend. Just don't even let him in the game. Don't even let him in the game. We're slaying the dragon this weekend.
I'm more worried about UAB covering the spread. They're not going to win.
What was the spread again? 17.5?
I think 17.5. Let me double check. Because my thought is here, it's 21.5. My thought is here.
That's big.
You've seen Trent Dilfer in the media. We've seen him do interviews. We've seen his press conferences the last few years. He's no longer there. I think those UAB players are going to be kind of excited that he's gone. Don't you think? Like, they're like, we don't have to deal with this dude anymore. Let's turn up.
That's what I'm worried about. I'm worried about the rallying, getting fired up.
So I think maybe they lose by 17, 18 instead of 40 or whatever.
No.
Like, I think they'll keep it maybe a little more. Here's UCLA fired Deshaun Foster a couple of weeks ago.
Yep.
That week they lost again. It was 2 weeks later that they beat Penn State. So, like, it's going to take them a little time, I think, to get things straightened out. Because what's his name got fired on Sunday? Trent Dilfer?
I think that's right.
So
you worry about the Tigers looking ahead because you have the massive game versus USF next week here in Memphis, which is likely going to be 2 top 25 opponents playing against each other. But the one good thing for the Tigers is they're coming off a bye. So, you know what I mean? Like, they're ready to play. Is that a good thing? Well, I mean, I think they're ready to play. You're a top 25 team. You have the week off. Like, I would assume they're ready to. And again, like, people can laugh at it. It's a rivalry game. There's a trophy on the line. Like, it is. I know. You know what I mean? I mean, it's not. No, it is though. People like the bones, man. People like the battle for the bones. People like it.
I'd never seen the trophy until about 5 minutes ago. Like, it's not like this is like a, some renowned battle between these two teams. This is more like a. How many times you said they played? 12.
Yeah, it's not a long series.
Yeah, it's not like some historic.
So we had this long hiatus because they left the conference. Remember, we were in Conference USA together for a long time, and then Memphis goes. It's a long timeline that I don't want to get into. Basically,
a long dark period.
Yes, we leave Conference USA. Remember, we were a Big East team for a second. There was a huge banner in Times Square, right? That was a split second. Now we're in the American. UAB eventually joins the American Conference. So basically, before 2 seasons ago, when they joined the American, the last time they played was 2012. So it had been a while.
How would Tigers defeat a dragon?
In a pack.
Yeah, but how?
That's right. Like, I think one-on-one, it's tough. Kyra, can we get a shot? Can we get a shot again of I've got an image of how it happens.
They're just standing there. They're not where.
No, the dragon's been slayed. It's it's down on the ground.
Where's the dragon vulnerable?
They're standing over.
They're covered in scales. They're covered in protection.
Yeah, it's like in you've seen Game of Thrones, right?
They use swords.
Well, I think didn't they have like that spear thing that they shot? You know what I'm talking about?
The Tigers didn't have that. The humans did.
That's true. That's true. That's a fair point.
I don't know how the Tigers do it.
The dragon was slayed by Jon Snow. Spoiler alert: Jon Snow slayed the dragon.
That is true.
He's, in his sigil was the dire wolf,
wonder
and so
if,
it's the same way that the dire wolves, banded together to slay the dragon.
Do you think in Game of Thrones that the dragon was 133rd against the run?
Yeah, I mean,
same way UAB is.
This isn't Drogon. Like this isn't like one of the elite dragons. I'm just being honest. Yeah,
isn't it called Blaze?
This is Pete's dragon.
Yeah.
This is Pete's dragon. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. I think Memphis is going to win. We need the win from Memphis, and we also need South Florida to get the win to set up game day coming to Memphis next weekend, which
let's hope so.
Could be a huge thing for the city.
Also, big shout out to Ryan Silverfield. He was just named to the Bear Bryant Coach of the Year watch list, which is pretty awesome. He's obviously done a great job coaching this team this season.
I think he's got a shot at winning this thing. Who's been the best college football coach this year? It's a good question. I mean,
Cignetti.
Brian Day, maybe? He's undefeated.
Yeah.
Cignetti would probably win it over him just because you feel like he's done more with less talent.
And speaking of Kirk Cignetti,
got a big contract.
Just got a big contract, yeah. So
he got a 8-year, $93 million contract extension. He put out a video where he talked about why he's like, rumors have been going around. I ain't going anywhere. I'm staying here for the rest of my career. I mean, he's an older gentleman. You know that? Bennett. Kirk Cignetti is 64 years old.
But I think
8 years keeps him there until he's 72.
And we know, like we've talked about this before, like coaching contracts in college sports don't necessarily mean anything.
Yeah.
But the fact that he signs it now and he puts out the video and everything, you would assume that he's probably going to be there at least for the short term.
You would think so. Yeah.
You would think so, and so that takes one big name off of the list of potential coaches that are going to move to a bigger school like a Penn State, right?
Yeah.
So, we know. I've just mentioned Ryan Silverfield, and his name's been out there. All I'm saying is let's appreciate what we got, man.
Everyone says like Penn State, you don't fire James Franklin unless you know what's out there, unless you have like a replacement in mind. Do you think Cignetti was like was he on their list? Was he their guy?
I would think he would have been on the list as a potential candidate.
On
just
the short list, yeah.
Same league, yeah.
But they must have known like he wants to stay at Indiana.
Yeah, I would think so.
And they must have known Indiana's going to like up the deal, right? I don't know.
I would think so. But anyways, Battle for the Bones this weekend.
She's showing what you're doing, JQ, but we can't.
Oh, how about that? Look at that.
I know. There's me. I don't know what to say. It's weird having someone draw you. It looks great. I don't know what to say.
Looks good.
It makes me look better than I actually look. So like it's a little.
Why don't we bring JB in here and ask her what she thinks about the college football
games to get to. We got to talk about the Georgia Bulldogs. Hey Bennett, what's the Ole Miss mascot?
It's isn't it the bear?
No.
I thought because they got rid of Colonel Red.
They got rid of him. There was Tony the Land Shark, who hasn't been seen at a game in several years.
I thought it was a black bear.
I thought so too. I asked an Ole Miss fan this last night, and he couldn't really give me a straight answer. And then he got so frustrated. He said, "Are you trolling me?" So I don't know what the answer is to who this mascot is. I asked Jessica on her show; she didn't know.
Okay,
but we'll get Jessica in here. We'll talk about that game. We'll talk about the Holy War. We'll talk about USC Notre Dame. You're watching the Gary Parrish Show here on Grind City Media.
Kroger shoppers and Grizz fans. Want exclusive last-minute discounted ticket deals texted straight to you? Sign up with the new Kroger Buzzer Beater deal. Fans can sign up by texting Grizz to 636-479 or visit your local Kroger store in the Delta Division and scan the QR code. By signing up, you agree to receive recurring automated promotional and personalized marketing text messages from the Memphis Grizzlies. Consent is not a condition of any purchase. Message frequency varies. Message and data rates may apply. The countdown to the 2025-2026 Grizzlies season is on, and our 10-game packs are the ticket to your ultimate fan experience. Whether you want to see the big names or just cheer on your team on the weekend, you can save money on a ticket pack that fits you. Choose from 4 different pack varieties or stack multiple packs to make sure you don't miss any marquee matchup or electric atmosphere this season. Visit Grizzlies.com packs to get your ticket pack today.
The second annual Hoops for St. Jude Tip-Off Classic is on Monday, October 27th at FedEx Forum. Don't miss Memphis women's basketball as they take on the Vanderbilt Commodores, or the long-awaited return of former Memphis head coach John Calipari when his Arkansas Razorbacks face the University of Memphis Tigers in charity exhibitions to benefit St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. Tickets are on sale now at Ticketmaster.com, or you can get them at the FedEx Forum box office.
This is still a bad team and a bad franchise. What are they doing to try and get better?
This is not a team that is looking for a playoff run, although I heard on local Nashville radio, somebody called in and said they got an email Monday letting them know you can get playoff tickets to the Titans. Yeah.
Tune in to the Jessica Benson Show with CJ Hurt live every weekday at 8 a.m. on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app.
Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go.
Playing in front of these fans is going to be the best feeling in the world. I'm super excited to play in front of them.
Let's go, let's go.
They give us a lot of energy, show us a lot of love.
You know, I always say get tickets, but there are 6 men and we need them more than ever.
We're proud of it. Different energies, Memphis energy.
I love playing in front of the Memphis fans. They're rowdy, they're loud.
We all are one. We all are Memphis.
The Gary Parrish Show. Lane Whitaker sitting in for GP alongside Bennett Doyle. Jessica Benson joins us now, as always, on Fridays. But also, I brought in JQ Smith, local Memphis illustrator, artist. He's drawing pictures throughout the show today because, Jessica, like when I guest host, I don't just bring myself, I bring guests.
You bring an experience.
Yeah.
This is the immersive Lane Whitaker.
I try to make it a little bit of everything.
Hosting experience.
JQ's finishing the picture he did of me during the first segment here. There you go. You can see it there.
Awesome.
He said he wanted to work on one of you, Jess, while
I'm
we
ready.
talk college football.
I just got my hair done yesterday, so you know.
Just for this?
Yeah, just for this exact moment. And for the upcoming season.
We put JQ's link in the chat, so if you want to look him up, go hit him up. You can find him there. So let's talk college football. Your team, USC Trojans,
yes,
playing Notre Dame.
We sure
this
are.
Weekend. How are you feeling about that? I know Notre Dame has started 0-2 and then won 4 in a row, and they've got a pretty good run game. Jeremiah Love. They've had CJ Carr's kind of coming around at quarterback. They feel like they're getting better. I don't really know what to make of USC this year. I really haven't heard much about them. It's kind of
which is
after
fine.
the last few years, it's been like a lot of noise with them.
Yeah,
because they had Caleb Williams and the other stuff. But now this feels like it's sort of a quiet year for USC.
It was seen from at least my side of the fan base stance of no matter what happened this year, Lincoln Riley was going to have extended opportunity because of the recruiting class they have coming in next season. And in terms of a hot seat heating up for Lincoln Riley at USC, nothing would be determined until you saw next year's class perform. And so I would say they have outperformed expectations. Listen, they were not ranked in the preseason. That means nothing. AP top 25, but that is a rarity. There's usually this sense of, okay, let's give USC a ranking, and then they're going to fall their way out of it in recent memory. And instead, they've earned their way back in. Now, that loss to Illinois put them in a position of, I've seen this game so many times as a USC fan. The second Illinois gets the ball back with 2 minutes, you just knew my group chats are firing off. They're going to score. We're going to lose this game. How many times have we seen this movie? My husband, who has had to watch this movie many a times, is reminiscing on it. But then they come back and they get the win against Michigan last week, and they were favored in that game. It was at home. It might be more a testament to what is Michigan this year than anything. But what I will say is, if USC goes and pulls out a win in South Bend, I will treat this team and the rest of this season much differently than I am right now. I have not at one point this year said, you know who I think is going to be in the college football playoff? My USC Trojans.
I thought you were going to say you would treat us to lunch or something.
Oh, yeah, we can do that too. A fight on, happy lunch. But they're going up against it's an uphill battle. They have to start their walk-on running back, who was awesome last week. So that's good, that he performed well. He's a great name.
Lincoln
King
Riley's
Miller.
a genius. He'll figure it
Lincoln
out.
Riley,
We've been hearing
offensive
this for years.
genius, figures it out. I really like Jordan Maeva. That's someone who I think tied into the lack of hype for USC was this understanding, like we saw him last year and he wasn't nearly as dynamic as he's been this year for them. So that's really elevated their ceiling. He has great skill players around him. But we'll see. This is truly one of those examples of, what week are we in? 8? Where you start to be able to figure out, is this team real or is this team getting good breaks based on the schedule that they have played thus far?
Maybe both.
It could be both.
Bennett brought in a pastiche over there of the of what he thinks the UAB Memphis game is going to turn out as. That's his way of firing.
It's
up.
a pack of tigers.
I'm sorry. Can you please tell me what the dragon portion of this is?
It's a blazer.
I know it's a blazer, but where did you get this?
It's one of those. It's my child's.
Totally stumped him.
I really like it.
It's one of those like 3D printed things.
I'm fascinated by it.
You know what I'm talking about? You'll see those.
Yeah.
You've seen those everywhere
Yeah.
now. Yeah, that's like you get them at like festivals and stuff like
Yeah.
that. Everybody's got a booth now with the 3D printed stuff.
That's the hot booth at the festival now?
Yeah,
Or
yeah.
at like carnivals, fairs?
The dragon booth.
Yeah, it actually came. You could buy
That's cool.
you could buy like a giant egg to put it in, but I passed on that.
Oh.
Yeah, it was so. But
Gone are the days of just spray painted T-shirts. Now you can
That's
get a
right.
40 printed
I'm
dragon.
I think Memphis wins. No problem.
oh, hot take.
I don't know. I don't know. The question
really
is,
going out on a
I mean,
limb
look, dude,
there,
the way this
Lang.
team has had some games the last few years, like you think they're going to win the game, that's the game they lose every year. Is that like when the year that 2019 when we had game day here before, they're rolling along and then who'd they lose to that year? They beat SMU in game day, but they lost to somebody like.
No, that was the Cotton Bowl year. That was
but they lost a game the year before they played SMU.
Yeah, no, they lost to Temple, but then they didn't lose 2 because the Tulsa kicker missed the kick.
Wasn't that was the Joey Magnifico catch or no catch?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Either way, I think Memphis wins. But the question to me is, do they cover 21.5?
I think they do.
Or is UAB so glad to be out from under the Trent Dilfer
sometimes
reign
you
that
get
those
the-
players
you get the boost.
the bounce back.
Yeah.
The boost worries me.
A little bit.
The boost worries me. It helps that the Tigers are coming off
Neuheisel
a bye.
Jr. ain't walking through that door.
Yeah.
Jerry.
Well, Chris Mortensen's son is walking through
Chris
that door.
Mortensen's son.
He's the.
I know.
yeah.
I also, with the whole UCLA thing and Neuheisel getting so much
Yes.
credit.
He's
I'm
not
like,
the coach.
No, Tim Skipper
Yeah,
is the
but-
interim coach, and he's been responsible. And I'm like, I think if you ask the average, not the real
100%.
college football fans, but ones who are just like casually attached, not the real sickos like the rest of us, they're like, do you know who the interim coach is for UCLA? They're like, oh yeah, it's Neuheisel's son. I'm like,
He
no,
looks
no.
just like his dad.
He does.
Like, I mean,
Yeah.
it's kind of weird watching that.
He looks like one of the
He
Game
sounds
of Thrones.
like him,
Yeah. He really
he's like
does.
one of the Game of Thrones family. Like they're all the blonde.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
they're-
Yes.
he does look
The
like that.
Targaryens.
Targaryens, yeah.
That's the dragon family.
Do you think we spent a lot of time talking about this week, Jess? Like, we didn't come up on your show today. Is game day going to be here next week?
Oh, I hope so.
I think me and Rosa were talking about this. And you poo-pooed on it this week, but
Me?
No, Lang.
I don't know what I poo-pooed on.
I don't
but
poo-poo on
I did.
anything.
I'm
I'm a lady.
I think they're gonna stab us in the heart and go down the road to Nashville.
Yeah, I don't
I
see.
do.
See, okay.
I think it's good because
I don't think you want to know why. I have a new piece of evidence to enter into the investigation on why they won't do
Okay.
that. They made Jelly Roll the guest picker this week.
That is true.
And if they were
Oh,
going to
so you should've
Nashville,
saved
Jelly
him?
Roll would have. Yeah, they would have saved
they'll
Jelly
get
Roll.
Morgan Wallen. Like, who they got a million options.
They also weirdly they announced a Luke Combs concert in Athens Friday night. They just announced it this morning.
Oh.
You had to go buy tickets at 10 o'clock. And he's at this small theater where Widespread Panic played when I was in college.
Yeah.
But they announced that in Athens this weekend. Like, this is becoming a big deal. I mean, what if Vanderbilt loses tomorrow? They play LSU.
Yeah, well then of course they're not even in the mix.
Then they're probably not in the mix.
Right.
And now
It's
if they-
only if
I think
they
it's then it
beat
becomes
LSU.
who's it? Texas A&M is the other big game next weekend.
Well, and that's a lose. I feel like it's a
Because that would
lose-lose,
be Texas A&M
right?
LSU. I think Arkansas.
But would they
could
do-
Texas A&M?
But would no, they can't.
Interesting.
But would they do
Interesting, JB.
Would they do SEC 2 weeks in a row? Yeah, they probably would.
Yeah.
They would.
But I do
They
think it
have.
is a testament where if they don't come to Memphis, South Florida, it is officially the turning of a page where they don't even throw the bone to
That's it.
non-SEC Big Ten schools
For
anymore.
sure. It is
And
officially.
you will rarely, if ever, see a non-SEC Big Ten school college game day ever again.
I think that's true. Now,
I think they could also be going to North Dakota State, South Dakota State. That's my personal opinion.
That would be kind of
It's
cool.
1 versus 2 in
Actually,
FCS. They like to do the FCS thing sometimes. It's a great rivalry. They're hell yeah! I finally have a top lip.
How about that?
Let's go. I've been waiting. I need medication for that.
He drew you from your own head.
Yeah, exactly. Wow, you drew me thinking about if I'm going to get plastic surgery someday. That's amazing. I love that.
What were you saying, Bennett?
I was going to say, like, I think that the Vanderbilt thing, go back to the Vanderbilt, Missouri thing, with that one being a potential places they could go to next week. I think it's like when are you ever going to have an excuse to go to Vanderbilt? You know, like this is the year.
They already did a Vandy game.
I'm just saying, like, it's.
You think they're going to feature Vanderbilt in a college game day 2 of the last 4 weeks?
Oh wait, they've already been this year.
They weren't at Vandy, but they did the Vandy Alabama game in Tuscaloosa.
I'm talking about the Nashville thing. Yeah, like they love that.
You know what
that,
I think
right?
they would do? They would wait till next year when that new stadium's done. I mean, the new.
Vanderbilt
might suck again. Yeah, ain't walking through the door for a 7th season.
At some point. Do it week 1.
They do have a lot of money invested into the program.
Once Vanderbilt finishes that stadium, or once the Titans stadium, Vanderbilt will probably play a game there at some point to showcase it. You know, they can do it there. But
anyway, I'm very curious because when the news came out that it was an 11 a.m. kick, I totally wrote it off. Yeah. I was like, oh, game day's not coming.
I just thought that meant they'll do it at Tiger Lane.
I figured if they were going to come, it's a TV show. Aesthetics are important. Mm-hmm. So Beale Street is the right aesthetic for it.
That's right. These random college campuses.
Yeah, but those random college campuses are part of the SEC or the Big Ten, and so they just go to the bigger schools. Like if it's Memphis, it feels like everything has to fall into place. But then when Ed Scott put out the tweet like, "Hey, we're still in consideration," if there's one thing I've learned about Ed Scott, he will fight for this university, and he will try to go to whatever lengths possible to make it happen. So if there is potential, they'll figure out a workaround. And if that is Tiger Lane, it is still a hard thing. When the game kicks off at 11, I get it, Tiger Lane. You better have some extra bodies working the entrance doors because...
Yeah. Or
that was slow.
Last year there was the Indiana game.
I don't know what word I said in between.
Was it Ohio?
That roll slow.
Was it Ohio State at Indiana last year that they did game day there, but they did it on the field in the stadium.
Yeah.
And then when the game started, it just started right at the end of game day. Like that's another option. Do it. Open up the Liberty Bowl at 9:00.
I guess.
Have the show live from in the stadium, have people on the field, all that stuff, and then you can do it. I don't know. There's options. We'll see what happens. I'm kind of into this Holy War game.
Oh, I'm so into the Holy War game.
Yeah, you're a West Coast football person. Yeah. I'm a big Bear Bachmeier fan.
That's where game day should be.
Oh, well, I'm a big Devon Dampier game
But when I watched Devon Dampier like twice this year, he's looked like Eric Dampier. He has not looked great.
He hasn't risen to the occasion. But then in games you don't watch, he was awesome last week against Arizona State.
Sure, well, it was Arizona State.
I know.
Arizona
but they
State's
throttled Arizona State in the rain.
Not good.
Their practices of putting a fire hose on the ball didn't help them out. But no, I really like this game. I think just the state of Utah gets overlooked from its place in the college football landscape, but it's a really passionate.
Utah State, BYU.
Yeah, but Utah and BYU have genuine history and have had success, and this is their first time since they both made it into the Big 12, facing each other ranked. And first ranked Holy War since 2009. So it's been a minute since they've both kind of been on the same trajectory. But those fan bases hate each other.
Yeah.
Like there is a theory that Retzliff, the old BYU quarterback, that the whole story that came out about him having, what do you call it? Not extramarital, because he's not married. Premarital relations, where it breaks the BYU honor code. So he was going to be suspended. So he's like, well, screw that. I'm going to go transfer then and make my money and get to play. Some people think that was a Utah fan who planted that story and that there was no... I was in Salt Lake when that was all going down this summer for Grizzlies Summer League, and my favorite conversation I had in Uber along that week that I lived in Salt Lake City was people giving me their conspiracy theories on Utah fans trying to ruin BYU's chances of having Retzliff back.
That's kind of fun.
They really hate each other, but then BYU will turn around and give you ice cream at the game.
Do they?
I don't know if they do it at the Utah game because they hate them. But if you're in a away fan base traveling for a game at BYU, they hand out ice cream.
Don't they have notorious concessions? Because people aren't really slamming beers, right? So
what is it?
I don't know.
There's something called a tiger tail or something that they. Yeah, I always see people posting pictures about it.
I wonder if they sell milk sodas in the stadium in Provo, because that's become so popular after the Secret Lives of Mormon Wives.
We did it. There's one in town. There's not in milk, but it was like it's like the jacked up sodas.
Yeah.
We
It's
did.
like
We did
you
it.
take a soda, you pour like
Can't think of the
flavored
place.
milk into it, or like a coffee creamer.
Yeah.
And they create these concoctions, and
We
instead
have
of getting
one.
drunk, you're all jacked up on extra
So you're just
sugary
drunk on
sodas.
See if I can
Not
find.
Yeah.
Let me see if I can
Or
find the name of the
alcohol.
place that
Yeah.
we went to. It's
What
like
is it?
But it's become such a thing because when I was there this past year, I carried over from my summer league experience into, of course, a wedding that I was in Park City, and everyone in the bridal party wanted to find a place to go get milk sodas before everything started. I said, "This is so weird.
what is
This
this
is
place
bizarre.
called? It's
we just got a
new.
press release. They just announced March 6th, FedEx Forum. Cat Williams
Oh,
coming.
How about that,
to-
local guy?
He always
Local
does
guy,
well
lives in
here.
South Haven. Big
Yeah.
golf guy. I love his golf content. Big golfer. That should be cool. Well, since we're talking about FedEx Forum, the Grizzlies finished the preseason tonight.
Let's go.
We talked about it this morning on your show. Two winless teams, the Grizzlies and the Miami Heat, going at it in Miami.
someone's got to win.
Yeah. Do you think it'll be the Grizzlies?
I mean, I haven't seen
What?
it. I haven't watched the Heat preseason team, admittedly,
but
but I
you've watched
have
the
watched the
Grizzlies.
Grizzlies
Yeah.
preseason team, and I don't have a lot of reason to think they would win because
Wonder
they
who's playing.
haven't. Right?
Is Ty Jerome playing
Is
tonight?
Jaron playing? There's no
I
way
would
you're
think
running
Jaron's
Jaron.
playing.
You think?
Yeah, I mean, because
You're gonna run him in a second preseason game? I guess.
I mean, he's got to build up some.
If there was one
cardio.
thing, like I understand on the defensive side, it wasn't Jaron's best game by any means, but I thought he ran the floor well. Like he moved well considering
thought
it
he
was his
got up
first game
shots
back.
well. He
Got
took
at
20
shots
shots
well.
in 20
His
something minutes.
conditioning looked good. Like he
Yeah.
didn't look gassed out there by any means. So
Yeah.
I thought that was positive. But I hope they win. I just
Does it matter?
Nope.
No.
And less than ever. Like based on how the rest of the preseason has gone, no one's going to formulate a new opinion based on one win over the Heat tonight.
Tell me about it.
You are going to wait until next week, and then you will start to have legitimate conversations about what this team is.
Okay, I think are we almost? You almost got something, JQ?
Oh my gosh! Yes.
Look at there.
Let's go.
Oh,
Jessica
that's
Benson.
awesome.
Amazing.
Heck yeah.
This is
JQ
awesome.
Smith doing his live art
Oh, that's
thing.
so cool.
Yeah.
Oh, this is so exciting. I'm gonna put it on my desk. Thanks.
That's great. That's
Randall
amazing.
in the chat said, "Please God, no more preseason talk."
Oh, we're almost done. We're almost done.
Don't worry, Randall. We're
That's
trying to get
amazing.
through it. There you go. That's
Yeah.
awesome.
That's so cool.
Heck yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like I don't know if we're gonna get a win or a loss tonight, but I don't. I just want. You know what I want? I don't care if we win or lose. I just want us to look like we care.
Competent?
Just like we care.
Like we
look
care.
like we like
I think
leave it
they've
out
looked
there.
like they've cared. That's been the
There's
problem.
times, but like, man, when the Hornets put up 45 in the third quarter, there was not. It didn't look like there was a lot of like,
yeah.
upset players out there. Everybody's.
What's the preseason? How upset can you get?
I get it, but I kind of want them to.
Okay, I'll go back to what I told Bennett
have
I
some
wanted
pride.
going into the last game. I want a moment. I want one moment that takes off in the NBA Twitter space where people are like, that was a good thing that happened from a Grizzlies player.
Yeah,
That's all I'm asking for. Just one moment.
just one good thing.
I mean, it could be like maybe Cedric Coward goes off tonight.
Maybe
you
not.
know?
I want a
maybe
moment,
how about we're not on the wrong end of the top play of ESPN for
Yeah.
the night.
I don't want another
LaMelo Ball nutmegging Jock Landale.
alley-oop situation
Although, by the
going
way,
on.
that play started. The start of that play was Santi getting elbowed in the throat and turning the ball over and no foul being called.
Okay.
That's how that fast break started, and that part just gets totally clipped out of everything now because it's just like, hey,
Well,
watch this fun alley-oop.
Here's the order of what I want to see tonight.
All right.
Step 1, no injuries. Step 2, not allowing 140 plus points.
That too.
Step 3, a moment.
Yeah.
Just a moment. It could be anything. If Ty Jerome plays, it could be double-digit assists, and they're beautiful, and someone makes a highlight package of it. Cool. And step 4, incremental growth.
Okay.
That might not make sense for the placement of players as they are expected to be the season for the Grizzlies, but Tomas Isla has talked a lot about this notion of finding out things about players that might not be their natural position, might not be what they're naturally best at. We've seen it with Jalen Wells since Summer League, the
Or
idea of trying to play him more on ball.
secondary talents.
Exactly. And seeing how much more you can get out of them before the games actually count. I understand, like rationally from an organizational standpoint, I understand how they're viewing the preseason. Yeah. It's just from a fan and media viewing side of things, from our couch. Yeah. It's not a very fun process to have to witness.
Boy, tell me about that.
I'm like, you can just pull the curtain down and then do this in private, and then we can see it next week for real.
Are you wearing one of those like rings that tracks
an Oura ring?
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
It tracks your fitness, or what does it do?
It tracks my sleep. It tracks my fitness. It tracks my vitals. It tracks my heart rate.
How do you feel about it? You like it?
I really like it.
Yeah.
It told me I was going to be sick, and
did it really?
I'm sick. Yeah.
How did it how did it know?
It'll tell you if you have like minor or major signs based on like your resting heart rate and your airflow and just various things within you. And it's like, for me, very rarely, I'm not saying it's 100% perfect, but it does a pretty damn good job.
How long have you had it? Like
since December. I got it for Christmas.
I got an Apple Watch like in March after I was in the hospital to track all that stuff.
Yeah.
And I had the heart rate thing on the front of it, like to kind of keep you up with your heart rate all the time.
Yeah.
And I got so like into it, I had to like take it off the front of my watch because I was like, I don't need to be looking at this all. It was making me look at it too much and making me nervous all the time.
Yes.
So I feel like that's what the ring thing. Like I don't want too much information.
Yeah. So my favorite thing about it is the sleep part of it.
Yeah.
I don't get a lot of sleep, especially during the season. But what it taught me, and it adjusts. Like when it first was on my finger, it would give me like. It's a scale of 0 to 100 for your sleep score, and it would give me like 40s. And it's like, you need to sleep more. But then once it realized
you never sleep,
I'm probably going to average between 5 to 6 hours. That's my baseline. Okay. And then it measures how good that sleep is. And then it also taught me that if I take a nap in the afternoon, it regulates my overall sleep and like recovery and readiness score really well.
Yeah.
So it's been nice to understand my sleeping patterns more. And so even if I'm not getting a lot of sleep, I'm getting really good sleep when I get there. I like it.
All right. We all got this. Somebody says get the Ultra Human ring in the chat.
Oh, I've heard that's even better.
Yeah, I don't know. All right, we're going to take a break. Jessica, thanks for joining us. Let's see if we get through this preseason. When we're all back at it Wednesday night here at 22nd against the New Orleans Pelicans. Buy your tickets now. We'll take a break. We'll come back. We got 5 things we got the carry out to get to. You're watching the Gary Parrish Show here on Grind City Media.
Sonic Radio. Welcome back to Sonic RNDIO. That spells radio with me, the CIO. This just in, the new Sonic $1.99 menu lets you build a crave-worthy meal for just $1.99 an item. Whether that's a creamy shake, crispy tots, or a quarter-pound double cheeseburger. This just out. Ostriches. They're mean, not very cute, and in my opinion, way too big for a bird. Don't miss the Sonic Fun 99 menu. 5 items, always $1.99. Live free, eat Sonic.
Tax not included. See menu for details.
Let's face it, there's a lot of trash talk in basketball. But the great teams let their performance do the talking. Like Ford F-150 with Pro Power on board. A class-exclusive industry-first feature that turns your truck into a mobile generator and leaves the competition speechless. Ford F-150, official truck of the Grizzlies. Greatness starts here at your Mid-South Ford dealer. Class is full-size pickups under 8,500 pounds, GBWR.
I have never seen someone talk that much trash to a Memphis Tigers basketball team.
Yeah, you were talking crazy.
I had a dunk. I remember I turned to the stands and some like lady, probably in her 70s, was giving it to me. I was like, sit down. I'm walking out the arena, cups or beer. Oh my God.
The Chris Vernon Show, live on weekdays at noon on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app.
unpredictable, unforeseen, and unscheduled, and Ortho South understands this better than anyone. Since injuries don't make appointments, you don't need to either. Ortho South welcomes walk-ins during the weekdays, on evenings, and even on Saturdays. So the next time an unforeseen injury makes an unscheduled appearance in your life, visit orthosouth.org to find your nearest urgent care location. You can just walk in, and Ortho South, they will take care of everything, especially you. Learn more at orthosouth.org. That's orthosouth at orthosouth.org.
Welcome back to the Gary Parrish Show here on Grind City Media. Lane Whitaker sitting in for GP. Bennett Doyle is here. Kyra's here. JQ Smith, artist, is here. He's working on a picture of Bennett at the moment. It's looking good. We'll get there.
I'm stoked to see mine.
Yeah, Bennett's excited. Well, let's get to 5 things.
Okay, let's do it. Oh, hang on. Let me hit my little sounder.
Number 1.
There we go. Number 1.
All
right. We talked about it with Jess a little bit, but the Grizzlies back at it tonight against the Miami Heat. The Miami Heat have not won a preseason game also.
Hey, welcome to the club. Right on.
Chris Harrington apparently wrote a thing in the Daily Memphian where he went through the list of teams that had poor preseasons.
Mm-hmm.
You remember last year the Cleveland Cavaliers began 15-0?
Yes.
They didn't win a preseason game last year.
How about that? I like that. Okay.
There's some signs. If you're looking for signs, there's some signs that just starting out 0-5 in the preseason doesn't automatically mean you're going to suck when the season starts.
Yep.
It doesn't give me a lot of confidence. Somebody yesterday said in the chat that I'm usually Mr. Positive here.
Uh-huh.
And that when you lost me, that's not a great sign. I don't know. I went to a thing last night. My son had a school event.
Okay.
And all the kids were playing on one thing. All the parents are off on the side. And you know what all the parents come and talk to me about, right?
Yeah, they're talking
Grizzlies.
Yep.
I don't know how many people came up to me last night and were like, should we be worried? Are we concerned? And I'm just like, I don't know what to tell you, man. I don't know. I don't know what to think about this team. There's a lot of questions that have not been answered, and I don't know if those answers are available to us in the preseason.
I mean, yeah, without Ja being out there, and I don't. We haven't seen anything to suggest he might play tonight, do a little tune-up. I doubt we see him in the preseason, but we'll see. We didn't think we were going to see Jaren in the preseason, and we did. So we'll see if Ja tries to give it a go tonight.
They should have a shoot around about now, so we would get some sort of
info
idea
coming out
about
soon.
Who's playing, who's not.
You know who's not having a bad season? I know you said Miami's having a bad preseason. You know who's not, though? Khalil Ware. He's playing really well for them. He's having a big preseason. You know, that's one of those where it sucks that Zach Edey's hurt because, that'd be a fun matchup tonight, right? Like, that's something you want to see.
Zach Edey's hurts because other teams have been able to have, a parade to the rim. We're getting out-rebounded every game, except the last game when the other team didn't miss. But Zach Edey is, the more I talk about this and think about it, the more I realize how much we miss Zach Edey in this preseason.
Oh, you're not kidding. Yeah, they need him back as soon as possible. As far as tonight, is there anything that you want to see?
Yes.
There's something you want to see. Okay.
I want to see Santi have a good game.
Yes.
I want one of two guys, either Gigi or Vince, to have a game where you're like, oh yeah, that's why we have such high hopes for this guy.
Yeah, I was gonna say the same thing.
I'll just take one of them. We don't need both of them. If they both do, that's
great.
They're gravy. But at the moment, I'm kind of I'll just take one of the two.
Yeah, I was gonna say again, I don't put a ton of stock into the preseason. I like watching my team, but like you said, you just told me about the Cavs last year, and they had a horrible preseason and were one of the best teams in the NBA.
Yeah.
So it's hard for me to put a ton of stock into it, especially without our best player playing.
Yeah.
But as far as guys that we're hoping can be in the rotation this year, yes. I really, and Vernon's talked about it a lot yesterday. I just want to see one of the wings have a big game.
Yeah.
One of these guys have a big game, whether it's Gigi, whether it's Vince, Cedric Coward. I want to see somebody just have one of those breakthrough games just to get good feelings about that rotation.
We need vibes, man.
Yeah,
we need some good vibes. It's been tough watching this. It kind of reminds me of the bad feeling you get in the regular season when the team loses 3-4 games in a row, and you're still kind of like,
Yeah, I mean, again, talking about the preseason, I'm not no panic, nothing like that.
There's a little panic.
I understand. I'm gonna reserve it until after the first 5 games.
You don't have any bad feelings at all.
I'm gonna reserve my judgment.
You didn't answer my question.
I'm going to reserve my judgment until after the first 5 games of the regular season. I'm going to wait.
You got to say it, though. I'm trying to reserve judgment. I'm trying to be like, hey, we don't know what we're seeing yet. It's preseason. We don't know. But there's a part of me, dude, that's like,
Okay, have I seen anything in the preseason to get me super excited? Ty Jerome when he played, yes. KCP, like I'm excited about those guys. That's the one thing that I'll point to and say, okay, well I'm excited about our two new acquisitions.
I have an idea of what those guys look like with Ja on the court.
Yeah,
as like
you can envision
as a free
That's right.
thing, and my idea is pretty awesome. I think you can see the vision of why you would put them together with Ja in the backcourt. Like that's a pretty good 3-man thing.
Yeah.
We haven't seen that, and we just haven't seen anything close to that. Because at the best, we've seen those guys together with Javon Small or somebody like that. And we haven't seen we haven't even seen them with Scottie Pippen really in the backcourt.
Yeah.
You know, so like we don't know what it'll look like.
Yeah, if they are, 1-4 coming out of the gate in the first 5 games, then I think then you can start getting nervous because then it's the preseason spilling over into the regular season.
Well, the first 3 are at home.
And it's winnable games.
Pelicans, Heat, Pacers.
Yes, and we obviously know Tyrese Halliburton's not going to be there for the Pacers. The Pelicans, I was asked yesterday, what's a team in the West that I think has a chance to outperform where they're projected, and I said the Pelicans just because
they're projected pretty low.
Zion's looked great in the preseason. If he's healthy and plays all year, he looks spry. He looks athletic. We obviously saw the picture.
Zion.
I'm just saying, like that. If that thing gels and they all come together, and I think that they could surprise some people in the West, and that would clearly be disappointing if they finished ahead of you in the West. There is no question about that. So that's a huge game to start the regular season. That's a big opener.
A friend of mine's a Pelicans fan, and we had an argument about the Pelicans a while ago. He said the Pelicans are going to win 49 games, I believe it was.
Well, there you go. That would outpace the Grizzlies' projected win total.
Yeah, I mean, I don't. That feels like a lot.
I doubt that too. But I'm just saying, man. Like it's kind of
okay. I'm sorry. He said at least 45. Jordan Poole will be great on New Orleans. Trey and Herb are back. Zion looks good. Like I mean, there's a lot of pieces there. Kevon Looney got hurt already for them.
They drafted the Queen out of Maryland, the center. I think that they're interesting. They're an interesting
team.
Could be. Yeah, they could be interesting.
Willie Green doesn't have a track history that really excites me, though.
And it's kind of the same discussion that you have. I think if Ja and Jaren are fully healthy and play the entire season, and Zion's fully healthy and play the entire season, I still give me the Grizzlies ahead of the Pelicans. But it's kind of the same discussion, right? Like they're probably having the same discussion we are. Well, what if Zion plays all year?
Yeah.
So they're interesting. But back to the Grizzlies tonight. I will be on the pregame show.
Oh, nice.
Pregame, postgame radio tonight. So check us
92.9
out on 92.9. Yeah, the Grizzlies Radio Network.
Pregame start? What time's the game?
So the game's at 7. We will start the pregame show at 6:30. Eric and Mike will be on the call. I'll have your halftime highlights, postgame highlights. So it'll be fun.
So they start the game at 8 p.m. Miami time.
Yeah.
On a Friday night in Miami, go see some preseason
That's
basketball.
Fun. Yeah, buddy.
Yeah.
That's good stuff.
Hey, before we get to number 2, though, I'm looking over JQ's shoulder here. I don't know if you want to see what he's got working here.
Oh, I love it. Look at the beard.
It's pretty
good stuff.
Yeah.
That's good stuff. Look at the blue eyes shining through. I love it. Good stuff,
he's
man.
got the eyes.
Thank you.
All right. Let's get to number 2.
Number 2.
All right, last night was Ballin on Beale, and it, by all accounts, was a really awesome event for the University of Memphis. Kudos to them. We talked about it yesterday.
We didn't know what it was going to be like yesterday.
Well, you know what it was going to look like.
Yeah, we were kind of asking, like, wonder what it would be like. And I saw a lot of social media stuff, too, and it looked incredible.
Yeah, they did a full-size court on Beale. Penny was there. The team was there. The women's basketball team was there. And
our colleague Devin Walker was there, and he posted some.
Look at Dev with the overhead shot.
Yeah, like Devin got on the balcony in one of those places.
Yeah, it looked like there was a really good crowd out there last night. I appreciate that they did something creative this year because it looked big, right?
Yeah.
And here's the thing, like you could take that and put it inside FedEx Forum, an 18,000 seat arena, and it doesn't look as big, right?
Yeah.
Like we've seen that before, and so. I think that it was smart of them to do that. I think it was so smart to bring it back downtown. They tried the on-campus thing. It didn't work. And I just think that it just had good vibes, man.
Yeah,
just good vibes. It looked cool. I thought really well done by the athletic department and by Penny. And, I think it got a lot of folks excited last night. I don't have a lot to say about it. Like it's a glorified scrimmage, pep rally.
It's not even a scrimmage.
Yeah, I don't even think they scrimmage.
I didn't see videos of them playing, so I still don't know what to expect really on the court. But it's a good way to get people fired up and excited about it. I think next year, maybe do this on a Friday night, Saturday night, something like that.
I was thinking the same thing.
Doing it on a Thursday night was weird. It's a school night.
I mean, they typically have. I think they've always done it on a weeknight. I don't think they've ever done it on a Friday night. I think it's typically been on a Wednesday, Thursday. So
someone said maybe next time use the smoke machine a little less.
Oh, was the smoke?
It looked like a hot box session. Well, I couldn't tell. They're outdoors. But next year, do it on.
You got to have the theatrics.
Do it on a weekend night, something like that. It would be cool to see. I'm curious to see this team on the court. That's my main thing.
I saw someone.
Devin did say this looks like the tallest team Penny's had in a long time.
Which that could mean you still have to be a good basketball player, right? But when I saw him post that too, and I was like, because in the American, when they get into conference play, they got a chance once again to be dominant just because you can out talent people. I mean, they've done it for years now. So, I'm excited, man. Good vibes all around.
The best part of this picture is he's got you with the KISS hat on.
Yeah, man. That's good stuff. Oh, we're going to get to that in just a second. Yeah, we'll get to that in just a second. But yeah, kudos to the athletic department and everyone who put that on last night. It looked really awesome.
And also, to throw back to the talk about College Game Day, that's just something the University of Memphis athletic department put on Beale Street, and it looked awesome.
Yeah, send that to ESPN. That's right. Yeah,
with all their facilities and all their money and all that crap, and throws it at it. That could be amazing if we have it. Bring College Game Day back next weekend.
Yeah.
All right.
Number 3.
The Unk Bowl happened last night on Monday night, on Thursday night.
It was awesome.
Well, so I had the game on.
Uh-huh.
The Steelers go up 7-0 in the first quarter.
And you're instantly just like, okay, the Bengals are screwed.
Yeah, I was like, I know what's happening
They're
here.
done.
I flipped over. I watched episode 2 of Slow Horses, best show on television. And then flip back over there, and it's the start of the fourth quarter, and it's like a barn burner of a game. I think it was 31-30 at the time or something, and they're flying up and down the field. And I was like, oh my gosh, something happened here. So I watched the last quarter. But the first time they showed Aaron Rodgers, they had a close-up of Aaron Rodgers, it was jarring how old he looks now.
Oh, yeah.
In that giant helmet and stuff. But they showed him, and I was like, oh my gosh, he looks like he's 70 years old.
My friend who's a Bengals fan told me that, because I was like, I mean, dude, Joe Flacco is just so old.
Yeah.
I just don't know how. And he was like, Aaron Rodgers is older than Joe Flacco. I was like, what?
And a torn Achilles.
I couldn't believe that. No, it was the Unk Bowl lived up. It was a good game. I'm glad for the Bengals. You make this move. You had an interesting.
They put it up during the game. They said Flacco started the season on the Browns,
right?
And then they decided to go with Dylan Gabriel, youth movement, and they trade Flacco so he can play within the division to the Bengals. And it said, I think he was the first starting quarterback first quarterback to get traded within the division since 1978. Which is crazy. That's wild. That's literally 45 years. That's a long time not to do that.
Well, and you saw Mike Tomlin when he was asked about it earlier in the week.
He wasn't happy.
No, he was not happy about that. He was like, what are the Browns doing? Trading a quarter. You thought he was your starting quarterback to start the season.
You thought he was good enough.
Yeah, you give him a handful of games and then you trade him to a divisional rival. Which never happens.
A little weird. Yeah. You thought enough of him to make him your starter, to hand him the keys to the franchise.
The Bengals getting that win last night, frankly, I mean, the Browns, if you're a Browns fan, it's like, dude, we are so behind now. I mean, now it looks like, because let's say the Ravens get back into it. They're still 1-5, but now the Bengals get back in that race. The Steelers look like they're still they're 5-2, right?
Steelers are 4-2.
4-2, okay.
Bengals are 3-4.
All right, and the Browns are 1-5.
Yeah.
And the Ravens are 1-5. Okay, so again,
the Bengals played the Jets.
You just gave the Bengals a win.
They play the Jets next week, so maybe they get to 500, 4-4. Then they get the Bears. It's a winnable game.
Yeah.
Then they play at the Steelers. We know they can beat them. Then they play the Patriots. Then they play the Ravens. These are all games they should be in the mix for.
Yeah. The funniest moment by far. So the Bengals end up getting a much needed win. Jamar Chase looked freaking unbelievable.
How about that play at the end where he didn't score?
That was T. Higgins.
Yeah,
that was T. Higgins.
But T. Higgins makes the catch, runs down
and slides.
Yep. And I was kind of flabbergasted by that because I like, how do you think of that in the moment? Like that's a really hard thing to, even when I'm playing Madden, I don't remember to do that half the time. Yeah. Like
you got to really know the clock.
2 timeouts. He knew that it was going to take them to the end of the game. I was watching with my son and he's like, why didn't he score a touchdown? And I was like, it's really hard to explain, but it's really a smart thing to do. And it's hard.
Yeah, they want to run that clock all the way down and kick a field goal with no time left.
Drilled that into them during the timeout, to the previous timeout, to tell them if you get open, don't go in. But that was incredible. But you had a funny clip from the game.
Oh yeah, this is after a touchdown play early in the game when the or it might have been that huge touchdown pass that Rodgers had. Yeah.
Yeah, this is the one. The long one to.
Okay, watch.
Finally getting him involved too. 8 catches. Go.
Well, look.
Don't tackle me.
He's furious.
Look at it.
Come on.
I mean, if you're Aaron Rodgers, you could.
That's Broderick Jones. That's his offensive lineman who tackles. Dude,
Aaron Rodgers has got to be careful.
He's old, man.
Yeah, he could break a hip.
You can't have a 300-pound lineman tackling you.
Something like that happens. Like Aaron Rodgers might miss a few games. Like you can't have your own guy blindside hit you on the sideline.
Yeah, Aaron Rodgers.
That touchdown pass there to Freiermuth, that's where they took the lead toward the end of the game.
Mm-hmm.
On the replay of it,
was an awesome play.
They showed it was like a broken coverage, but on the replay they showed his view like from behind the quarterback, and I looked at it as a video game player, and I saw the hole that was there, and I was like, there is no way I would try to pass that into that space because you got to throw a perfect pass. Yep. There's defenders on either side. And Aaron Rodgers like zipped that thing in there perfectly.
Yeah, man. No, listen, he's still got the cannon. He does. Yeah, we know that about him. But that was a hilarious moment from the game. But yeah, so Bengals are kind of back in it now.
2 weeks ago, after Burrow got hurt, before they traded for Flacco, they were one of my broken ATMs on the odds couple. The team that you could just bet against, and they're not. They looked like they were like quitting. Yeah. They looked done.
Yeah.
And now they got Flacco, and they actually look. They have some life.
Yeah, I mean, you just got to get. Their run game was one of the worst in the NFL. They got that going last night with Chase Brown, and then you got to have a quarterback that can get the ball in the hands of Jamar Chase and T. Higgins, and Joe Flacco can do that. Jake Browning could not do that.
Yeah.
And I think it literally is that simple. The offensive line was better. They gave Flacco some time last night, so. Their defense was better. Their defense has been horrible.
On the odds couple yesterday, our gambling show, we talked about NFL bets this weekend. I think 3 people had the Patriots covering against the Titans because the line's 7.5. Multiple people are convinced that this is going to be a game where
a reckoning.
Mike Vrabel,
the reckoning.
A reckoning is a good word for it. Mike Vrabel is not only going to win this game, he's going to win it by as many as he can.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised.
You still feel nervous? You still feel that way?
Yeah, I think it's going to be ugly. We'll see. I mean, hey, we talked about the UAB rallying around the interim coach. Maybe
there's some of that.
Maybe the Titans rally around Mike McCoy. Who knows?
Do you think that at this point, do you want the Titans just to lose all the rest of their games?
See, that's like they're going to be bad enough anyways where they're getting a top 5 pick regardless. But
why don't you try to be the best bad team?
That's fair. I mean, I want to see Cam.
It's no lottery.
I want to see Cam. I do not want Cam. And Bryce Young's actually been better, but I don't want that to turn into a Bryce Young situation where you just lose, you lose. You just lose. You lose your confidence, all that. Like if he gets like, a win or two down the stretch, I'm totally cool with that because I want to see him, build his confidence up going into what's going to be a big offseason for them. Okay. So we'll see.
Number 5.
No.
Oh, yeah. I skipped one. Sorry.
Number 4.
It's all good. I watched a little bit of the baseball last night.
Because I don't even care that much.
And the Blue Jays were awesome. Like the Blue Jays have those 2 games, last 2 games in Seattle. The Blue Jays looked like they were the team they were for a lot of the regular season in that AL East. They were so good during the AL East.
I saw GP post about Max Scherzer because he had an awesome.
Did you see that moment? Yeah.
Yeah, he was awesome last night. But
it was in I think it was the 4th or 5th inning. Yep. He had thrown about 70 pitches, and Schneider was going to take him out, the Blue Jays manager. He went to the mound, and Scherzer just screamed at him. And so they left him in, and he struck the guy out a minute later. There's a clip going around this morning of inside the Blue Jays dugout after that happened. and all the guys on the bench are so fired up from the way he yelled at the manager, and they're like talking to the manager, like laughing about it, and he's laughing about it too. Like I think everyone took it the right way, but those are like those moments you need in those playoff runs if you're these teams, you know, like that's kind of what you need to get you.
Yeah, they're in Seattle again today, 5:00.
The gas man. That's it. Kevin Gossman's been like Toronto's best pitcher this year against Bryce Miller for Seattle. And Toronto's favored in that one, -120. The other game tonight, though, is the Dodgers are playing in LA and starting pitcher Shohei Ohtani for the Dodgers.
That's fun.
The Brewers haven't announced who's starting yet for them. It might be a bullpen game, but Dodgers are up 2-0 in that series, or 3-0. I'm sorry.
3-0,
They
that
clinch
one's
it
done.
right here.
We're done here. We're done here.
Clinch it with Shohei on the mound.
Yeah, the Mariners one. I mean, they got to win today. They do. It sucks that it's turned like that for them. I really thought when they went up 2-0, I was just like, oh, this is gonna be cool. We're gonna get like this team that's never won a World Series, this fun story, this guy that came out of nowhere in Cal Raleigh and is like the home run, and then you know, because and you get them against the Dodgers, like that's a fun storyline.
This is still a viable thing. It hasn't really. It's 2-2. It's tied.
Yeah, no, that's fair, but I feel like they got to get this one.
Yeah, this is the last home one.
Yeah.
So you need this one, and then you go back to Toronto needing one of two.
And you lose 3 in a row. That's just mentally you're cooked at that point.
They won 2 in a row to start the series. Like, you know, like they've had some moments. They'll be okay, I think. You know, here's my thing about Shohei. I noticed this the other night. You know, when he comes to bat, everyone has their at-bat music. Do you know what his is?
No.
The Michael Bublé song, I'm Feeling Good.
Yeah, I know that song.
It's just sort of like an odd.
That is a random at-bat song.
I don't know, it feels like it's like a sparkling water commercial or something.
It truly does.
I don't know what that is.
Yeah, we'll preview. We'll pick those games in the next. It's the biggest game tonight. Yeah.
Number 5.
Man, rest in peace to a rock icon, Ace Frehley. Passed away.
Tell me about
yesterday.
Kiss and Ace Frehley. I don't know much about them.
So they're one of my favorite bands. I've seen them twice.
I can tell you, when I was a kid, I was scared of them.
Why? Because the makeup.
Yeah, because they looked scary.
Yeah,
I didn't know anything about them.
You know, they started that. Like that's
shock rock. Is that what it is?
Yeah,
or
I think
glam
so.
Rock?
Yeah, or just the like you said, the scary makeup. The you know, it was like Ace was the spaceman and Gene's the demon and Paul's the star child.
One of them's a cat, right?
Peter Criss, the drummer. Yeah. But when that's kind of funny. I've seen him twice. I saw him in, I want to say 2009. I saw him at Voodoo Fest in New Orleans, and I saw him here. This is where I got this hat. I saw him at FedEx Forum. I guess it was like 2016, 17, something like that, maybe. Right. Great concert. Ace wasn't in the band at that point, obviously. He
left. And went,
yeah, him and Peter Criss both did. There was like a falling out between them and Gene and Paul. But you know, he's the originator. Like I think like he's the guy responsible for the good music. He wrote the riffs. Like he's the Gene and Paul will always be the ones associated with Kiss, right? They are Kiss, but Ace Frehley, like he wrote some bangers, man. Those first couple albums, like, you know, their self-titled Destroyer, Love Gun, even their live, they got one of the best live albums ever.
What's
Kiss
the most
Alive.
famous Kiss song? Beth?
I mean, it's probably Rock and Roll All Night. That's the one that you hear everywhere. Beth, that's the Pete. Do you know what's? It's funny you bring that up.
That's the first one I thought of.
So they did like the Kiss did the I guess this was 76, 77 maybe. They did 4 solo albums.
Yes.
Right? And
I know Ace Frehley did the Back in the New York Groove,
which was on his solo album, and his is the best.
Really?
Yeah, he's got the best of the 4 solo albums for sure. But it was sad to see, man. Like he's kind of a rock icon. I've got a funny video. This is him on what's the show?
Tom Snyder.
Yeah, this is him on Tom Snyder's show, and he's completely plastered. This is early, and people are getting to know Kiss. I'll let you watch it. We'll talk about it.
And Ace Frehley, who is the lead guitarist.
I'm not the lead. I'm the trap player.
The what player? And when you see all these people screaming and crying and all that,
crying? Why did I spend all that money?
Tell me about your outfits. I mean, did you design your own outfits, all of you? And tell me what each outfit means. And I'll start with you, Ace.
Well,
that means a cucumber.
I think this outfit is self-explanatory. Leaps and bounds.
It's crazy. If we're in a hotel across the street from the halls we're playing, it really looks like Ringling Brothers because you see parents, you see 6 years old, you see 25-year-olds. It's really it appeals to a lot.
And if we did a concert in Bombay, there would even be cowboys.
I bet you didn't know that, did you? But you're kind of like a spaceman, huh?
No, actually, I'm a plumber. On the side. Look.
Hey, listen, I got a little piece of pipe backstage I'd like to have you work on.
Tell me about it. Oh, you but I went dead.
Jeez, Tom.
I also,
that was a zinger.
That was weird. I also like how the other guys clearly were not comfortable with that.
No, that's the best part of the video is Paul and Gene are mad. Like
Those
you
guys
can
are like,
tell
"What are
they're
you
like,
doing,
be
dude?"
quiet, Ace.
Yeah.
Like you could tell and he's taking away their shine. Clearly there was some clashing
Also,
there.
Gene Simmons wants to be known as like this business mastermind, even back then. Yeah.
Oh, Kiss has, I would assume there's more Kiss merchandise than any other artist ever. Yeah. I think you'd find more Kiss
They've
stuff
done
than
an
anything.
incredible job of monetizing being
the brand.
band.
And they did reunite. I want to say it was in like the 90s, maybe early 2000s. Like he came out and played with it. He famously did the MTV Unplugged with them. He came back out and did it. But yeah, man, just one of the great legendary guitar players. It's sad to see. And it's been, I've done this with you a couple times now. Like, Ozzy passed away when we were doing the show together. And now Ace Frehley, it's kind of like these icons of the, 70s are starting to go. It's kind of a bummer.
I was hosting Jessica's show the day Hulk Hogan died. Like, there's been a couple of these random things now where people we grew up watching are starting to kind of fade away.
Yeah, I got the Spaceman. I got the Spaceman on the shelf every day.
Ace.
Yeah. So, all right, man. Yeah.
Also, I read that Ace designed the logo, which is kind of cool.
Oh,
the
did
Kiss
he?
logo.
I don't think I realized that.
Yeah, they say he designed the logo.
It's classic.
Yeah, it's iconic.
Great show. Again, I know that he wasn't performing, but like that's, one of the coolest. The one here was awesome. Like all the pyrotechnics and stuff. It's a blast.
Live artist J.Q. Smith is hanging out here. He's working on a John Morant little picture here.
Okay, 12. I like it. That's awesome.
He put a kiss on top of the one of you.
I love it.
Because that was like the topic of today's show. So
it's awesome.
This is amazing.
Good stuff.
All right, you want to take one more break?
Yep.
And come back and we'll get into GP's carryout. Get you into the weekend. You're watching the Gary Parrish Show here on Grind City Media.
Catch us if you can at Southland Casino Hotel and win your share of up to $1.8 million in free play and prizes. Join us for drawings every Saturday in May, June, and July. Each month, over 900 winners will take home free play or drive off in a new car or motorcycle. Be there for all 6 grand finale drawings and try to catch us if you can, only at Southland Casino Hotel. Must be 21 up. Play responsibly. For help quitting, call 800-522-4700.
The Grizzlies tip off their 25th season in Memphis Wednesday, October 22nd at 7 o'clock against the New Orleans Pelicans. Presented by Pinnacle Financial Partners. Arrive early as the first 5,000 fans in attendance will receive a Grizzlies 25th anniversary t-shirt designed by Good Hippie. Get your tickets at Grizzlies.com/tickets today. Grizz Nation, turn up at FedEx Forum as the Grizzlies tip off their 25th season in Memphis with a 3-game homestand. To celebrate, fans can take advantage of tickets for as low as $25 for the first 3 games of the season against the Pelicans, Heat, and Pacers. But you'll want to hustle as inventory is limited. Visit Grizzlies.com/tickets today.
Nate Bargatze.
Look, I say a lot of dumb stuff. I try to keep it in front of large groups. Seems to go better that way.
Big Dumb Eyes World Tour.
When you say something dumb one-on-one, it's a lot for that person. I'll say it, then I can just feel that they feel the weight of my life on their shoulders.
Tickets and info at NateBargatze.com. Don't miss the Big Dumb Eyes World Tour. Nate Bargatze.
Jeff Dunham, Artificial Intelligence, his all-new tour.
Just a hand. You're the other white meat. How can you be so smart on one hand and so stupid on the other? Well, you're half of it. I realize I could have avoided all this years ago with one simple word. I do not. Silence!
Don't miss a Memphis. Friday, April 10th, FedEx Forum. Tickets on sale Monday, September 29th at JeffDunham.com.
Grizz Nation, it's almost go time for the 2025-2026 Grizzlies season. There's no better way to tip off the season than the 3-game mini pack with 3 of the biggest matchups of the first 3 weeks of the season. Lock in your seats for opening night against the Pelicans, Halloween versus Luka, LeBron, and the Lakers, and Cooper Flagg's first trip to Memphis with the Mavericks. Visit grizzlies.com/packs to secure your pack today.
Parrish Show here on Grind City Media. I'm Lane Whitaker, sitting in all week for Gary Parrish. Here with Bennett, with Kyra. We got JQ Smith, the live illustrator artist, sitting in with us too, working on his picture of 12. And we're going to get into GP's carryout.
It's time for GP's Carryout. One final segment filled with stuff to take with you. It's not everything you need to know, but it's most of it. What did we miss today?
So we got a press release, Bennett, during the show from the NBA.
Okay.
The NBA launches Tap to Watch. So games are on different nights on different platforms. And that's kind of been a thing I've seen a few times on social media. Like, where do I find this game? How do I get to that game? I don't know. What night is it on Peacock? What night's it on Amazon Prime?
Right.
What night's it on this or that? So apparently they've launched this new thing on the NBA app to leverage the NBA's vast digital ecosystem to seamlessly direct fans to games with a range of popular third-party digital platforms. So you use that, you're able to say, I want to watch this game, click, boom, and it takes you to that app.
And it directs you. I got you. Okay.
Seems like it makes it a little easier for us, maybe.
No, that's smart. I mean, dude,
I have cable TV, so I just watch all the Grizzlies.
Well, I do too. I mean, the one thing that I love about, and why I haven't gotten rid of it, the one thing that I love about Xfinity is they're like, you can say, you got the voice remote, which is cool. But even with all your streaming apps, like you can say what you want to watch and they'll pull it, right? Like that, like you're talking about. It's not, obviously it's cable,
but it jumps to the app in the thing.
Within your platform. So I like just their whole interface. Like I think it still makes it pretty easy to find stuff, because again, if I didn't have that, it's hard to find stuff, like just to know.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, it's hard. I've often thought like that would be, and ESPN finally did that lately, where they would actually list what networks the games are on, even if it's not on their network, they'll tell you where it is. Are you done with Pluto TV?
I can watch stuff on it. Yeah.
Anybody in the chat down? I love Pluto TV.
Yeah, it's awesome.
It's free.
Yep.
And it's got 500 channels of everything you would want to watch, but it's all organized by topics. So like, there's comedy shows, there's cooking shows, there's detective shows. Like it's pretty cool. There's a whole movie thing on there too. So that's a cool thing to find this weekend.
What's today's biggest game?
Well, I think for our purposes, it's probably Grizzlies at Heat, the final preseason tune-up.
You said that so sheepishly.
I'm done with the preseason. I'm ready to get this thing started.
This preseason's been traumatic for us. We're all like, come on.
I'm just ready to get this thing started. I think everybody's ready to get this thing started. This is the final preseason tune-up. We'll see if Jaren plays again tonight. And I haven't seen anything about Ja. Like I doubt we see him in the preseason. I doubt it too. But we talked about some guys earlier that we want to see maybe show something before.
I don't care if they win or lose tonight. I just want to see some improvement.
Yes, especially that.
Maybe don't give
spot.
up 145 points.
Right. I'll be on radio tonight, 6:30. Right. Yeah, 6:30 pregame. You can check me out over on 92.9. Then Eric and Mike will have the call at 7 o'clock.
We're playing the Heat tonight. I kind of think one of the sneaky great moves of the offseason was they went out and got Norman Powell from the Clippers.
Yeah.
Who flirted with being an all-star last year and was really good for that Clipper team. He's one of the few younger players they had on that team, and now he feels like he just fits the Miami everything.
No doubt.
Like he'll be great for that team.
That's one of those guys that I will always look at and say, man, I wish he could have been a Grizzly at some point. I'm a huge fan of his game.
I want to see how he fits in with that Heat team.
I think he'll fit in well.
What are we watching on TV?
There's a ton of good sports on tonight.
Yeah.
You got 2 top 25 matchups in college football. Louisville's at Miami. That's at 6 o'clock on ESPN.
Is Miami going to have one of those stumbles at some point?
I mean, Louisville's 4-1.
Yeah, Louisville's not bad.
Yeah.
I don't think it's this one.
I don't think it's this one either, especially because you're like the big show, you know? I don't know.
You can't take a night off.
Right. So you got that one at 7 o'clock on Fox. You got number 25 Nebraska at Minnesota. And then we talked about the Major League Baseball playoffs. You got 2 awesome games again. Tonight, ALCS, 5 o'clock on FS1, Blue Jays at Mariners, series tied 2-2. And then Shohei's pitching tonight for the Dodgers. That's going to be at 7:30 on TBS.
Debuting this weekend, I saw on Apple TV, is the Martin Scorsese documentary.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, apparently, like, he's in it. They interview him and like all the people.
Yeah, because he's got to deal with Apple.
So there's some. It's called Mr. Scorsese. Debuts this
right
weekend.
On. I'm gonna check that out.
Have you watched Slow Horses yet?
No.
Come on.
Does he have anything to do with that?
No, but it's just a
on
great
Apple.
show. It's on Apple.
I've heard it's good.
It's the best.
Okay,
you gotta watch it.
It's the thing is there's so many seasons that it's
There's
like
only 5 seasons and it's
that's
only
a
like
lot.
it's only like 5 episodes per season though.
Oh, okay.
They're
All
short.
right. That's
Yeah.
not bad.
The seasons are like 5-6 episodes.
I can do that.
Yeah.
I can do that. All right, sounds good.
What's the best thing we've read?
I don't know what the best thing I read today was. I read a lot about Kiss. I didn't know anything about Kiss. And read up on them.
Okay, Rolling Stone actually had a really good piece
Did
about
they?
Ace Frehley. Yeah, if you want to go read that, they wrote about the spaceman and his legacy. So yeah, if I'm pointing you to one Ace Frehley thing, I'd go check out the Rolling Stone piece that they put out on it.
What's on tap next week?
Gary's back. So GP will be back here in the seat. What's on tap for you?
What's on tap for me?
Grizzly season starts Wednesday.
Yes, we have 3 home games next week.
Right.
Yep, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday. So it's going to be a big weekend down here. We'll be looking forward to that. We'll be coming off the college football NFL weekend, so it'll be a big Monday, Monday
Before we
show.
get out of here, we got to say thank you to
Absolutely.
JQ Smith. Look at this. He's been sitting here sketching away the last 10 minutes. Did a
That's
John Morant
awesome.
art piece.
I love it. We got to get that to 12.
And you said, so we put your link in the chat so people can find you on social
Yep.
media. And you pop up around town. Yeah. Yeah, we'd love to have you back sometime.
Yep, for sure. Appreciate it, JQ.
JQ Smith's in the house. Thank you for coming through. 4799ville at Instagram and everywhere else. He's in the chat. You can find him and look him up. All right. Well, that's today's show. Chris Vernon, Devin, Roser will join you guys in about 40 minutes. Appreciate you hanging out with us all week here on the Gary Parrish Show, and we'll see you soon here on Grind City Media.